Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I have for you the Champions Cup gift box die set. Well, it's more like a trophy. You probably would have seen this on Hobby Maker. So I'm going to make one up. I'm just going to quickly show you the products in this smaller collection. So you do get a 12 by 12 paper pad. You also get an embossing folder, you get adhesive sheets, and you get a die set. So I have chopped into some of my adhesive sheets because I needed to do samples for the TV launch. So you get two different sheets. This one had one that said number one dad, and you get two of each design. So you've got things like you did it, best dad, well done, number one dad, you're the best, the numbers number one, first and first. And on this one it is well done, winner, proud of you, best dad ever, Father's Day, you are the best. And then you've got the shields with the number one, world's best dad, you've got strips of stars, and then you've got you are number one dad, you did it, and best teacher. So this is more of a collection that is for Father's Day, and I think it's quite a nice touch to give somebody a trophy for Father's Day. You also get this embossing folder. Now these embossing folders by Tonic, they are very, very, I don't know if you can see that very well, but the depth on these are just amazing. And these are 3D embossing folders, and you've got like the rosettes, you've got the trophies, you've got the crown, you've got lots of stars, and I just think it's really, really cute. So technically speaking, this doesn't have to be used just for the dads. You can use them for mums. You can use them for, I don't know, little boys and girls. They might do ballet or show jumping or, you know, go horse riding and things. So these are really good. This is a really good embossing folder. So then we move on to the die set, and I'm hoping you can see the dies on here. Let me see if I've got a piece of card I can put behind this. I can see it a little bit better. I'll use this for now. So you've got the handles and the main body of the trophy. You've got lots of banners, you've got swags in here with a bow, you've got you've got two circles, one is a scalloped edge and one is a normal circle. You've got deboss sentiment, so this one says thank you, number one dad, best dad, and well done. You've got this piece here which forms a rosette, depending on how big you want your rosette to be. You've got some tails here for your rosettes, and lots of sentiments. So this one says well done you, best teacher, happy Father's Day, you did it. So there's an array of sentiments within this, and then you've also got this shield which you can use to cut out the adhesive sheets. So majority of these, like this scallop circle, the smaller circle here, they can be used to cut out some of the sentiments within the adhesive sheet. So it's a really, really useful die set. So let me just move that one out of the way, and then we come on to the papers. Now I have chopped into some of the papers because I did a sample, but I'll quickly show you. This one again is a 12 by 12 paper pad, and these are 200 GSM cardstock. You get 18 sheets, and you can stamp on them. You can do all sorts with them. So you've got all these amazing tags that you can use, and they match all the papers within this set. So that's your first one. Then you get this blue 12 by 12, and it's got polka dots on it, and on the other side you've got like the maths paper grids, and then they've got like rugby balls, they've got footballs, trophies, and rosettes. So that's also really nice. This one is just blue stripes, like a grey blue stripe running down, and then on the other side again you've got trophies and rosettes with lots of stars. This one is your tennis rackets. I don't know if you can see that very well, but these are all tennis rackets. And then on the other side you've got this teddy bear who's got he's playing golf, so really cute little pictures, sketches of these little teddy bears. Next one you've got is like a checkerboard, and it's got the trophies, the rosettes, the crowns, the stars, and again really nice. And the green in this is very well matched to the sea salt green, so this would go really nicely with sea salt green Craft Perfect. And then on the other side you've got lots of fish, and obviously we know that, you know, there are men that do like to go fishing, and I'm sure there are women that do also. You've then got another one here. This is like a smaller harlequin print. This is like a grey green, like a really light grey on white. And then on the other side you've got like starbursts, lots of stars. Then you've got the harlequin in the two different shades. It's like a grey blue and then like a sea salt green. So again, that's really nice. On the other side, you've then got your strips of fish. This one is just stripes going down in that white, the blue, and that sea salt green. And then on the other side, you've got the tennis rackets and the tennis balls on that maths paper grid, which is really nice. Really good for like a PE teacher or something. And then this is a darker, it's like a khaki green with your polka dots on. And then on the other side again, you've got your net with some trees, and then again that teddy bear playing tennis. So again, really cute. And then I think we've been through all of these ones, so it's just a repeat really. The one that I chopped into, I'm just going to quickly show you, is this piece here, and it has again a very faded out harlequin pattern, and then you've got like the golf cart, you've got like a little polo shirt, and you've got trophies. You've got the golf sticks, really cute. And then on the other side you've got that checkered effect, and it's like a very light, again like a very light khaki green. So those are your papers and your dies, your embossing folder, and your sticky adhesive sheets. So today we're going to put a project together. I'm just going to put these away and then we can make a start. Now, for my samples for Tonic, my theme was, you know, for Father's Day, but I thought for my channel I would do one, and I wanted to bring in this paper pad. It's by Paper Addicts. It's a very old paper pad, but I'm using some of the pattern paper from this to make a girly one. So this is the patterned paper that I'm using. and then on the reverse it's like this, but I've just kind of chopped into the patterned paper for my panels, not for all of them, but for 6 of them. So that's that paper pad. If I just bring in all the pieces, and then I can go through with you what you need. I've got lots and lots of bits and pieces cut out here, so I'll go through what you need. So to make the trophy, then you will need 6 of these, and you will need 6 of these, and this is a very simple make. So 6 of these and 6 of these. You will then need, now the handles cut out on both sides, so you get a nice even finish on both sides, so like this. So I've cut out 8 in total, 4 for each of my handles, and I've basically trimmed off the tabs on 2 of those. So we'll put one together so you can see what I mean. I've already made one, and basically this is what it will look like. I've cut out 3 of the rosette pieces to make this, but we're going to put one together as well, so I'll show you how to do that. So in total you need 6 pieces if you're going to have a 2-layered rosette. I do have the tails for it as well, and I've cut those out in this orange cardstock and in some fuchsia pink cardstock. So I've got 2 of each. You also need to cut out one of these pieces here. So if I show it this way, you get this hexagon that has tabs on it. I've already cut it out once, and then I've cut it out in gold, and I've just laid it on top, glued it down. So you need one of those. And depending on how you want to decorate yours, I've got swags for this one. I didn't use swags on the ones I made for TV, but I've cut the swags out 5 times, and I've cut the ribbons out 10 times, so you've got a ribbon on each side. I'm not going to have one for the middle of my trophy because I'm going to have my rosette there, so I've got those. You need to cut out 2 of these pieces, the scalloped edge. This will go on the back of your rosette and at the front of your rosette. You might also need to get a foam pad ready as well, so we can put that together. And then that will go in the middle like that. And I think that's about it. With regards to decorating your panels, now I've cut this gold piece out that goes in the middle here. I've cut that out 6 times. This piece here I've cut out 12 times because I'm going to have it on the front of my stand on the trophy, as well as decorate the inside of it. So I've cut that out 12 times. And then for the inside of my trophy, I've cut the cardstock out in fuchsia pink, and this will go on the inside of my cup. So I've cut that out 6 times. And then my patterned paper, I've cut this out 6 times because that's going to go on the front around my trophy. So let's make a start on putting this together. Obviously we've got lots of bits and pieces, so I will do my very best to try and get this done quickly for you. The sun is shining. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about that. So I'm hoping it's not going to have too much of a glare. So what I recommend is putting your panels on first before you start to construct your main box. So I'm using fuchsia pink Craft Perfect, and I am using I've got some orange card. It's in 240 GSM. I'm using white card in 250 GSM, and I'm using Harvest Gold, and as mentioned, I'm using some pattern paper from the Paper Addicts paper pad. So I'm just sticking my panels down, leaving a nice even border around the edge of those panels. So I'm just gonna apply some glue and stick all this down. Ooh, don't want to stick down. Let's try that again. That's better. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry for a second. I'm also going to bring in this piece. I've already glued all my decorative elements on. So I'm just going to apply glue to my panel. And I'm going to, again, leave a nice even border all the way around. And stick that down. Just going to bring in some of my tools. So we've got that to hand. And again, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to burnish my score lines. I have done a video for Tonic Studios, but again, that was for one of the trophy that I made for a dad for Father's Day. So I'm just going to burnish, fold these score lines and just give that a good burnish, like so. And then I'm just going to give this a valley fold. I'm not using my precision tool for that. So now that we've got those pieces together, let's stick all these panels together. So I'm applying glue to all these tabs here, and I'm doing it in one go. It doesn't really, because it's all straight lines, it doesn't really matter too much, but you just need to make sure you line them up really well. Like so. And what I'm going to do is stick all of these down, so I'm just going to go all the way around. Okay, so you should have something that looks like this. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is bring in this piece. Just make sure you fold all those tabs, because that's going to go in the center. So I'm just going to put a dot of glue on each of these tabs here, and I'm just going to place that in the middle like so, and then from the bottom I'm just going to press those tabs down, and it will form, it will kind of sit against the score lines just there. So then you should have a nice pretty gold center in the middle. So at this point I recommend that you take your panels for the inside and glue them down. It will just make life so much easier. So, and it will also hide some of the workings also. It will just cover up all these tabs. So I'm just going to stick them on and go all the way around. So then your inside should look like this. So once you've done that, I would at this point just fold all these tabs back. And then push them back out again. You don't need to use your precision tool for this. Now we're going to bring in these panels here. So we are going to start gluing these panels down, but what I think I should show you is how to do the handle. Again, these are really straightforward pieces to attach, but what you do need to do is trim the tabs. Let me just bring in the right ones. Those, let's go for those two. So you're just going to trim the tabs off from two of the opposite pieces. So let me just do this one and then do that one there. Move those out of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and apply glue to the rough side of this handle, and then I'm just going to place the piece that I've just chopped the tabs off. I'm going to place that on top like so. And just glue that down. That's one. And then let's just do this second one here. So again, I'm just going to make sure it's nice and level, and we are going to press that one down. And then we're going to apply glue again to this piece, and we're going to stick both these pieces together like so. So we have something that's going to feel quite chipboardy, and it's going to have a bit of strength to it. At this point, fold those tabs like so, so they don't stick together. There you go. And then what we're going to now do, let me just bring that one in as well. We are going to start attaching these panels together. Now, we need our handle. Let's start with the handle one first, because what I'm going to do is place my handles on the inside of this tab, because I can then use one of the panels to cover it up. So we're just going to do that now. So I'm going to apply a dot of glue to one of these, or both these tabs, and then I'm just going to place that on the inside like so. And then I'm going to apply glue, and I'm going to stick some of these panels together. So that's one. Put another one. Just going to make sure that it lines up nicely at the top, that your panels meet nicely, and then press that down. Press it against your thumb as well, so you can feel that there's a nice evenness to that. So once I've joined 3 of those together, I'm then going to add my second one on. It's going to go on the inside here, isn't it? Bear with. Just work out how I did that one. So let me now I remember. I actually stuck them together. So let me just press that one in. Then I'm going to apply glue to this piece here. And then I'm going to stick that one down. And what you can do then is just push that to then make it straighter. There we go. So we're going to do the same. Let's just stick this one down. So then one more. I'm going to bring in my handle again. I'm going to apply a dot of glue there and there. I'm just going to place that on the inside like that. And then I'm going to put a dot of glue there and there, and fold those ones in. And then I'm just going to apply glue to this tab here, and then seal all that in. Like so. So then just need to make sure you push those handles back on itself. So not only does that cover up all your workings, but it seals everything in as well. So you'll have something that looks like this. So at this point, what I want to do is apply glue to all these tabs here. So let me do that now. I'm going to place this inside here. And then I'm basically, what I want to do is just get the point of these two up against these two. So you're just going to press that down, and you're basically just going to work your way around, pressing all those panels down from the inside. And it just basically all slots in really nicely, and your points are then really sharp and it covers everything up. So that's all my tabs all pressed down. Yep. So that's the inside. So now what I'm going to do is take these larger panels and I'm just going to stick them on the inside, and I'm just going to go all the way around again. Okay, so you should have something that looks like this. So now what we're going to do is let's get our rosette done. So we're basically going to make something like this, and what you need to do is you've got two score lines. You've got two score lines like a pair. So you're basically going to go ahead and press in and then out to form a pleat, if you like. So in and then out, and you're basically going to do that with all these pieces. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that with the other two pieces. So now I've done that, I'm just going to take my bone folder and I'm just going to press these ones down, because this is my rosette that's going to go in the middle and I want it to be a tighter pleat. So I'm just going to give that a good burnish. Same with this one. So now that I've done that, I'm going to apply glue to the larger section, and I'm just going to glue 2 pieces together like so. And then I'm going to do the same again on this piece here. Take another piece and stick those 2 together. Just going to wipe some of this glue off my thumb. And then we're going to do exactly the same thing again with this piece here. And then we're going to attach all of that together. So now I'm just going to go ahead and just make sure I want to get these pleats really tight. So you can go ahead and, if you want to, just add a dot of glue to each of these if you want to get them really tight. But I think for me, I'm quite happy with it looking like that. So now I'm going to bring in these pieces here, and this is where having a foam pad would be really handy. So let me just get a foam pad. Fortunately, I've got black ones, but that's fine because you won't see it. So I'm just going to place a dot of glue in the middle there, and I'm going to stick that down. Take the backing off, and I'm going to put another one on there. And then I'm going to take the backing off that one as well. I'm going to put a thin line of glue all the way around the edge of that. I'm going to place that down, and I'm going to put this on top like so. Even if the glue doesn't catch, it's fine. I'm not too worried about that. But I'm just going to hold that for a second, just so I give it a chance to grab just a little bit. I want it to be a loose pleat on this. Don't want it to be too precise. There we go. Like so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do exactly the same again here. So again, I'm going to go around the edge of this. And again, you won't see any of this because it will all get covered up nicely. And I'm just going to pinch that and push that in on itself, and then hold that one down too. I just want it to have a nice little border going round with that orange peeping through. I'm just going to hold that while it grabs. And then I'm just going to place a dot of glue here. And I'm going to place that in the middle, just there, like so. So you still see the orange layer coming through, just there. Wipe off the excess glue. Just just make sure it's central. You don't have to have two layers to your rosette. You can have one if you want to, but it's personal choice. So now that I've done that, there we go. I'm just going to bring in my sentiment that says thank you. Just going to apply some glue, and I'm going to just stick that in the middle like so. Like that. I'm going to take my ribbon towels, and I think I'm going to put a dot of glue on the corner there, and I'm going to just offset those like that. So, and then I'm going to apply glue along the back of that, and then I'm going to attach that on there. And then one there like that. Just wait for that to grab. Oh. Just going to wait for that to grab a second. While we're doing that, I'm going to bring in one of my swags. You get the bows that come separate to this. I'm just going to apply some glue. And I'm just, oh, butter fingers today. Going to stick that one on there. And then I'm going to stick that one on there. Like so. So while that one's drying, let's go ahead and stick some of our swags down. You can add it to your 5mm by 5mm foam pads if you wanted to, but I'm just gonna stick them down flat. So again, I'm just going to go all the way around. So once you've stuck them all down, bring in your rosette, apply glue to the back of it if you want to, or again you can put it on foam pads if you want to, but I'm going to do them flat, and I'm just going to stick mine bang in the middle like so. You can add ribbons and things if you wanted to, but I think I'm going to leave it like this for now. There we go. So there you have it. Isn't that adorable? Let me just move these out of the way because I did want to give you an idea of something else you can do with this. Don't know what I've done to the lid for my glue, but I'm sure it's somewhere here. So what I wanted to show you is for a feminine feel to it. You've got, I don't know if you've got these dies, but these are the Perfect Petals Rose die set and the Perfect Petals Peonies die set. You could make up flowers like these and then just stick them in the middle, and I think that would look absolutely incredible. Really cute, really, really nice. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. So I'll just show you around. And then the inside looks like this. You've got your handles, they're sturdy enough to lift, and because they're glued in on the inside, it's more sturdy. It's not going to come off. So that is my finished trophy. It could be, you know, you could use the one that says best teacher. You might have a teacher that does PE with you, and I think the pattern papers would look absolutely amazing with that. So that is my project done for today. Please do like and subscribe to my channel. I really do appreciate all the love and support. Please give it a thumbs up, and leave a comment below to let me know that you've watched my video, because so many of you watch, and it would be nice if you just came along to say hello. And I use affiliate links, and I'll put that in the description below. Affiliate links don't cost you anything extra. It just provides a small commission from Tonic Studios to myself. Subscribing to my channel again doesn't cost anything. You just need to press the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can receive videos that I post in the future. So all that's left for me to say is thank you again for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.